Beauty may be in the eye of the beholder, but it seems in Singapore, having big eyes is a sure sign of beauty.
Girls with big eyes.
Big eyes.
Big eyes.
I would think big eyes are nice.
When it's big and round, it's like very nice.
Chen's co-hosts are sharing their deepest secrets, and that's what prompted Chen to reveal she had plastic surgery to create a crease in her eyelid that would result in her eyes appearing bigger.
Back to when I was 25 years old.
Julie Chen, co-host of The Talk and Big Brother, says for years she's hidden the plastic surgery she had to change the shape of her eyes.
I want to show you a side-by-side of how dramatic this surgery really was. I mean, if you look at the after, the eyes are bigger. I look more alert.
Chen says she got the controversial surgery early in her career after she allegedly asked her boss if she could anchor a newscast.
And he said, "You will never be on this anchor desk because you're Chinese."
That boss, and later what Chen described as a big-time agent, told her her Asian eyes would limit her success.
He said, "You look disinterested. You look bored because your eyes are so heavy. They're so..."
The only reason why I got double eyelid surgery was because I hated my monolids. I wanted double eyelids ever since I was a little girl, and I just didn't like my eyes. I was very insecure about it. And I'm always envious and jealous of other girls that have double eyelids, and I'm just like, oh my god, why couldn't I be one of the lucky ones that have double eyelid?
I feel like when you're an Asian growing up in America, or just like hearing about things in the media, especially from places like Korea, you hear a lot about, you know, teen girls getting eyelid surgery, or like anyone getting eyelid surgery because they were born with a monolid and they want a crease. And I've thought about surgery a lot. I don't think I would ever shell out the money for it, but it's something that I think about a lot. It's something that, you know, I consider sometimes. And if it were readily available for a cheap cost, I would probably go ahead and do it, just because it does, I don't know, I don't like the look of a monolid, to be honest. Like, I do think it's very pretty and I think it fits me well, but it's really difficult to work with in terms of makeup and just like in terms of everyday situations. I've been told when I'm not wearing makeup by my friends that I look sleepy or that I look sick because of the way that the shadow falls over my eye. So it's something that I think would help me feel more confident in the long run, but you know, it's such like a big culture nowadays in like East Asia that, you know, I feel like it's, you know, it's everywhere almost.
肤质好一点点，但是就五官比较有元气，比较有元气，但五官还是偏小，对不对？对，要看这边哦。有刺激的吗？
哇塞，不同人嘛！
一二三，
明星来了！
明
星来了！
哎呦！
明星3、2、1，
感觉我跟你眼睛看前面，
好像卡通人物哦。
真的娃娃。你戴的是角膜变色，没有放大，对不对？对，它没放大。
哎呦，眼睛啊！
好大声哦！
这样戴上去了。
I do have a monolid. I feel like monolids are pretty common in East Asia, and most of my friends don't have monolids because, you know, they're not Asian, or just because they have a fold in their eye. So, you know, it's very popular in, I think, Korea to get eyelid surgery to get the fold in your eye, and like that is something I think about. I don't think I would ever do it, but it's definitely one of my insecurities that I have a monolid.
Double eyelid surgery adds a crease to the upper eyelid to make the eyes appear larger. An incision is made along the eyelid and a piece of skin and sometimes some of the underlying muscle is removed. This skin is closed using stitches. The resulting scar forms a crease that creates a double eyelid. Double eyelid surgery is reportedly the most common form of cosmetic surgery in South Korea, Taiwan, and China.
I've heard about the things where people put tape on their inner eyelid, and after a while it's supposed to like keep your eye wrinkled in that way so it looks like you have a crease. I've definitely like seen a lot of videos on that and done a lot of research on that, but it's personally something that I would never use because A, my mom would probably yell at me and claim that I'm not accepting my eyes for, what they are and accepting the way that I was born.
This is how this technique works. Basically, for 3 months straight, you have to wear your eyelid tape every day for 22 hours. Take your tape and put it on one side like this. Okay, this is one way to do it. Putting it on like this. And then taking your guy, pushing it in. I want my fold to be up higher. Let's just say, just pretending. So there's my crease. So I'm gonna apply it up here. So now you just wanna wait for it to dry. You know that it's dry because what's gonna happen is that the glue will become clear, and that's when you know it's nice and sticky. You guys can tell it's a little sticky. It's almost dry. All right, now it's dry because it's clear and it's invisible. Take your fork or your prong, your eyelid prong, sorry, I keep calling it fork, and push in and start jabbing your eyeballs out like a scary movie. Keep doing it, keep jabbing it till now you have a new fold.
But yeah, I mean, like, my friends and I will joke around, but usually when my friends want to joke about my race, they'll go straight to the eye thing because it's just what they know and like what they've seen.
Well, Spain's Olympic basketball team has been accused of a foul shot off the court. The problem, this picture here, taken before the men left for Beijing, that shows them making a slanted eye gesture. The women's team taking a similar photo, as you can see here. The players saying a sponsor insisted on the poses for an ad. And some people have said this is a racist gesture. One member of the basketball team said it was a gesture of affection and identification with the Chinese people. What do you think?
There's really nothing affectionate about this gesture. It is a universal symbol that is derogatory and racist against people of Asian descent, particularly Chinese. And, for people like myself and other Asians I know who have dealt with this, who have had as kids, people running around, slanting their eyes, yelling, ching chong, looking at a picture like this really feels like a kick in the face.